What is up? What is up? So today we've got a controversial topic for you guys, and it's the opinion that I think boba tea is overrated. For those of you guys that don't know, boba tea, bubble tea, it's all the same thing, milk tea. It's a pretty popular Asian drink that I think originated from Taiwan, and they brought it here to the US back, I think, in the late 90s, early 2000s, and it's been super popular ever since. You know, you can go to pretty much any metropolitan area, you know, New York City, San Francisco, Los Angeles, Miami, whatever, anywhere where there's Asian communities, and you're gonna find a boba shop nearby. Here in the Bay Area, I feel like they're pretty much everywhere, to be honest with you. I think they're more popular and commonplace than coffee shops. So in this video, I want to give you guys some of my reasons why I think boba tea is overrated. And who knows, maybe I'm gonna get a lot of backlash and hate for this, but it's just my personal opinion. The first reason that I'll talk about is it's just expensive. It's not as expensive as, let's say, a cocktail or anything like that, but you're still going to spend anywhere from $5 to $7 on average, especially with inflation coming up. And for those of you guys that drink it on a regular basis, let's say you drink it once a week, you know, $5 a week, 52 weeks, do the math. If you drink boba tea on a regular basis, it's definitely going to put a dent in your wallet. Now, the second and more important reason why I think boba tea is overrated is, let's just think about the health consequences of this. All right, what is boba tea? It usually starts out with a tea base. It's got dairy, it's got some tea, and you know, depending on what type of flavor you're getting, you might have some syrup or some fruit or whatever it is, and then of course the toppings itself. You know, there's 1,000 different combinations of boba tea, but the most common ones usually have some sort of a tapioca ball or grass jelly with it, and so you're thinking, do the math, it's probably going to be anywhere from 300 to 600, 700 calories that you're putting into this. You know, that's a meal right there. When you break it down even further and look at how much sugar content, how much carbs are in an average size, it's also going to start adding up. And so if you're a health conscious person and you're trying to lose weight, boba tea is probably not going to be their answer for it. I know, of course, there's different ways that you can optimize your drink. You can reduce the sugar content. You can opt for healthier toppings like grass jelly. But for the most part, boba tea places are going to give you a couple healthier options, but most of the stuff on the menu is not for the average health conscious consumer. The other thing that you got to consider is that most tea products are made with dairy, right? I know some places will give you alternative options like oat milk or soy milk or almond milk, but most teas are made from cow milk. And a lot of people are lactose intolerant, but people still drink boba tea because it tastes good or they enjoy it. And so they'll deal with the consequences of drinking a lot of dairy. You know, for me personally, when I drink a lot of dairy products, I get bloated, I get gassy. And you also got to think about that factor. Now, the third reason why I think boba tea is overrated is because of the negative consequences it has on the environment. You know, most tea shops that you go to, their containers are made out of plastic. Some places have moved to more alternative or environmentally friendly materials or packaging. Maybe they use paper straws, but for the most part, a lot of these tea shops are still using plastic in their containers and their straws. And that stuff is not really compostable or recyclable. So if you think about the environmental consequences of drinking tea on a regular basis and you multiply that, that's a lot of trash that we're creating just by consuming. You know, in my opinion, I think there's just a lot better, healthier alternatives to tea. If you carry around your own tumbler, you can put water in it, you can put coffee, iced coffee, cold brew. You know, you can actually put real, actual tea that's a lot better for you without all the sugar. Tea shops these days have gotten really smart at attracting and retaining their customers. They'll really focus on like the interior design or like the branding and the logos. They'll offer Wi-Fi in all their stores to get people to spend more time and spend more money. They'll also give things like little loyalty cards to give you rewards if you're spending a certain amount or free drinks. I remember when I got tea a couple times, as soon as they got my contact information, they started throwing out promotions. It seemed like almost on a weekly basis to get me to come in more often or come in and get a free drink on my birthday. It's almost like an addiction or an obsession that people have with boba tea. And I think it's contributing to a lot of health problems, causing high blood pressure, diabetes. I think the effects of boba tea won't be known until much later, but we already have sort of a pandemic in the US or in the Western world where a lot of people are just consuming unhealthy products, food and drinks with sugar. And I honestly don't know if boba tea is that much better than soda, if you look at the amount of calories and the sugar that exists in a lot of these tea products today. Guys, I know this was probably a lot, and I know I've probably created a lot of haters with this video, but I had to make this public service announcement and bring that awareness. I'll still drink it once in a while, but it's a rare treat, and it's something that I consume on a cheat day and not something that I drink regularly. But those of you guys that drink it more regularly or put in all kinds of stuff in your tea, then really think about the consequences and ask yourself, hey, what kind of lifestyle do you want later on? Anyways, guys, those are my thoughts on boba tea and why I think it's overrated. Let me know in the comments down below if you agree. If not, I still love you guys anyways, and we'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.